Special thanks to the Christian Children's Home of Ohio for sponsoring the third place. For more information, go to ccho.org. That's ccho.org.
Christian Children's Home of Ohio provides a safe environment where children can find healing, discover hope, and experience unconditional love through certified trauma therapies designed to meet the needs of each child. Our 165-acre Worcester campus includes 4 cottages that are home to as many as 46 at-risk youth whose lives have been turned upside down by abuse, neglect, and trauma. We focus on helping residents build skills to live productive lives and reintegrate back into the community.
This is the Third Place podcast, recording from the JLP CPA sponsored studio. I'm Brian Dolan, and where did she go? Oh, it's Lauren Cuevas, right
Always
there.
in the same spot.
In her little throne.
Home is your first place, work is your second place, and this is your third place, where the Christian community gathers.
Now, today we're going to be chatting about a couple of different things. One of them, we're going to be getting an update on Medicare, and I think we have open enrollment coming soon in a few months. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about a really good quote from Spurgeon. Charles Spurgeon?
Yes.
You didn't give me his first name. I had to pull it out of my memory, Lauren.
You did it.
Chuck Spurgeon.
Chuck. Do you think he went by Chuck?
I bet.
Charlie?
When he was little, he was probably Charlie Spurgeon. To his buddies, he was Chuck. But to the world,
He's
Charles Spurgeon. Okay, and joining us to talk about all of these things today, our good friend, local legend, Vice President at Yost Insurance, David Mullane.
Happy to be here.
On the green couch.
This is a really comfortable couch, actually.
Isn't it? It's pretty nice.
It's kind of like corduroy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with it other than assembling it.
Well,
Yeah,
you did a
that's
good job. It feels stable. It's comfortable.
That's nice.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Whether it is or not, you know?
Like 50 more seats.
Yeah, well. So, how's David? David's good?
We're doing well. It's a busy time. As you mentioned, we're gearing up for the Medicare annual enrollment period, which starts in October. And so for agents, this is a season of learning. We go through annual certifications. We're trying our best to keep pace with what the government may or may not do as far as changes are concerned, which I know we can talk a little bit about. But it's a really, really busy time for us. Summer is probably, other than the annual enrollment period, our busiest 2 or 3 months of the year.
Wow. It's busy for me just because I'm driving my kids everywhere all the time.
Right.
But I want to talk about a few things. One of them is German officials rescued us. You do a good German accent?
No.
The Germans? Yeah.
No.
Do you, David?
I've never tried to do a German accent.
I took German in college as my language.
Let's hear a little bit.
No, thank you.
Ich bin ein Berliner.
Oh, wow.
That's what JFK said, and he didn't mean to say he's a jelly donut, but he did. He told the German people. He wanted to say, I'm from Berlin.
Yeah.
But he did, and he was like, I am a jelly
Yeah,
donut.
it happens.
Yeah. Auf Wiedersehen, Fräulein.
It's very Sound of Music sounding.
I know.
So customs officials in Germany were like, that doesn't seem right. There was a bunch of boxes that were supposed to be filled with about 15 pounds of chocolate-flavored cake.
Okay.
It didn't smell like chocolate cake. There were packages that were going to be shipped from Vietnam to North Rhine-Westphalia in western Germany, okay? And it was all this stuff was crammed into small little plastic containers that were filled with bright red cake boxes. It's supposed to be a bunch of chocolate cake. That sounds yummy. It would smell good too, right? Except it didn't smell right because inside was actually, what do you think? What was it, Lauren?
Dirt.
No,
Oh.
it was not dirt.
Okay.
Any other guesses?
No.
There was this smell. It was noticeable.
Poop.
And it was inconsistent with the alleged contents. And it was actually, they opened it up. What's in here, do you think? We will see what's in here. It was 1,500 tarantulas. Live tarantulas.
Wow.
Crammed in there, trying to get smuggled into Germany because there's a big market for tarantulas. And can you imagine? You're just little sweet Lauren customs agent. In your
I'd
little
be screaming.
lederhosen or whatever, you know.
They
yeah.
don't wear lederhosen day to day.
Maybe they do in the customs office.
No.
You don't know. Have you been there?
Yes.
To the German customs office?
When you go through customs and you go
Did
through
you get in
Germany?
trouble?
No.
Or they inspect packages? You didn't go there.
No, but I assume they wear similar outfits.
So you don't know. You don't know. Exactly. I'm exactly right. You didn't know. And they found 50. That'd be so scary. I don't know what I'd do.
yeah,
you can't step
I
on
would
those.
scream and run away.
How do you order those? Like, you think you can get
I know,
those on
right?
Amazon? I'm checking later, actually.
Yeah,
I
see
don't-
if you can get live.
I feel like we can buy
Live
those here,
transfers.
can't we?
Probably.
As pets?
Yeah.
People do. I don't know how they get them.
Do you have pet boundaries in your homes?
Oh, plenty.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you have allergy problems with yours,
Yeah.
right? So you can't have.
I don't creature like tarantulas. I'm not doing that.
You're not
I'm not
doing
doing snakes.
snakes. Okay.
I could maybe let a lizard gecko of types come through. Maybe.
Is it
I had one
because of
growing up.
Geico? Is that why?
No. I had a leopard gecko growing up, but it was mean to me. It bit me, and so then I stopped feeding it, so my mom would have to feed it. So then one time when I was at a friend's house, she let it go, quote, snowshoeing. And I came home and I was like, where's my gecko? And she said, he went snowshoeing.
So what? What's
She
the
let it
real
outside.
story? In the winter?
Yes. In the Sierra Nevada mountains.
Couldn't you? Oh, well, I was like thinking Chicago. I was like, well, that's pretty torturous. But I mean, is that where they live? I don't think so. But
No.
so we never know. Maybe there's a large population of
Of
what is
geckos.
it?
A leopard gecko.
Leopard gecko. Yeah, I actually saw a cool reel because that's where I spend most of my time in my life. Where there
Yes.
was a spider on the ceiling in somebody's house, right? So they took their chameleon, love chameleons with those crazy
eyes, yeah.
eyes on the side, and they're like, meow, and they held it up,
And he just ate it.
and it like was looking at it,
Yeah.
and then, boom, like the tongue goes like 18 feet, and he
Yeah.
just grabs the spider and eats it.
That's the reason to have a chameleon.
But would you hold it to have it eat the spiders?
Well,
and
this is
stuff?
my pet, yeah.
Well, it bit me. It was mean to me.
Oh, well, we're talking about a chameleon now. We're not
Okay.
talking
I
about
think they
my
bite.
leopard gecko.
Do-
And the lady at Petco, when I got it, it was like probably like ear height, her reaching to like get it out, dropped it on the floor.
Oh no!
And then just like put it in my little like
That's
cardboard
fine.
box.
Was it like a cat? It always lands in its feet, or
Yeah, she
something.
like put it in like the cardboard box, like here. That's probably why it was mean
Wow.
to me.
There's a 5-second rule.
With geckos. Do you have pet boundaries, Dave?
We have a dog.
What kind of dog do you have?
We have a Bernese Mountain Dog bred with a poodle.
My wife
I want one
wanted
of
that
those.
exact
Yeah, I want
dog.
one of
Yeah,
those.
he's great, but he's getting old now, and like, he's getting grouchy. Like, he is not
too.
that young. He's not that young puppy. You know, he's turning
Yeah.
9, and
Yeah.
he's a little crotchety now. It's pretty funny, actually.
Well, I've discovered we have a what do I have?
A golden doodle?
No.
A different doodle.
Why is it gone? Newfie Poo. Hello. It was gone
yes.
for a moment there, and I'm back. A Newfoundland poodle mix, and he's enormous.
he's
He's
giant.
more poodle than anything else. Like he's
Terrifying eyes.
he's got like human brown eyes, basically.
They actually look like Brian's eyes. It's like, don't actually look at me. Yes, exactly.
And he's got more poodle in him, so that he is like really smart and is kind of annoying. We also have a friend we got him from the pound because he was just too much as a puppy to play with. And that's a lab mix of some sort. And labs are just like, I want to make you happy. I want to make you happy. Whatever you want me to do. And poodles are like, I'll get around to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Yes.
Like he takes the long way to come in. He obeys, but you really got to work at it.
On his own terms.
Like he'll come lay on the floor in our bedroom, and we're like, get out of here. We don't want you here anymore. And he just like won't get up. So I have to come over and like kind of
Yeah,
nudge
nudge
him
him.
with my feet until he's annoyed.
Yeah.
Then he'll slowly get up and
Puff and
leave.
puff, yeah.
Do we do fish in your families?
Sure. I had a lot of fish growing up, too. One, her name was Star. I had her for 6 years.
What kind of fish was it?
A goldfish.
Yeah, those last forever.
And then I had another one named Toby, and he
It's not a fish name.
and he jumped out of the water and landed splat on the dresser.
And were you there when that happened?
No, I found him on the dresser.
A little dried up, or
Yeah.
poor guy? It's his fault. His?
Yeah.
I don't know. You never know that.
You never know.
Hey, so you've only done the dog, Dave. You don't do anything else?
We do have one surviving fish. So
I also
good.
had a fish tank with those little crabs in them that clean. They wander around and clean.
I didn't know. I don't know about those crabs.
Oh, yeah, they're like this big and they wander around and clean. It's very cute.
That's nice. Do you know I have a fish now?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we the word in the street in the internet farm circles on YouTube is that your livestock tank, if it's stagnant like the water, it gets kind of gross. One of the ways to keep it clean is you put a goldfish in there.
So it keeps it clean.
Yeah. So I got a goldfish in there.
Like a big one? Like a big goldfish?
I don't know, it's,
That's great.
goldfish size. I don't know.
Did you name it?
No, but
It's just a little worker fish.
But that still didn't do enough, so I had to get I actually put those bubbler things you put in a fish
Yes.
tank? I put one of those in the livestock tank.
Well, you may as well just make it a saltwater tank.
I dropped in some bait in there. Once I find a worm, and I'll throw it in there for the fish, just
Yeah.
in case, But they eat mosquito larvae and stuff, and
That's great.
yeah, it's really great.
Maybe you get like 2 more.
Yeah, no. Sarah will not do any sort of reptile. They're not allowed in the house.
Yeah.
I had a friend in high school that had a monkey. Like, I could see that would be
Whoa,
a good fit
whoa.
for you, actually.
Dial that
That's
back.
a lot.
Was your friend Michael Jackson?
No,
Or
no.
Bubbles was
No.
a monkey? Like what kind of monkey? Is this like from Friends?
One of those little ones. They would sit on his shoulder. His
Yeah,
mom
like the one from
trained it.
Friends.
What's his name again?
Oh, everyone's going to be so mad at us. This is not coming to me.
This one's name was Sophie. I don't remember the one from Friends, but I know this
Sophie.
monkey's name was Sophie.
I don't think that was allowed legally. This was an illegal action, wasn't it? You can't have that.
Well, she was actually training Sophie to be like a therapy, like assistant to help somebody that maybe had a
A
disability.
therapy monkey.
But Sophie's temperament never would get her to the completion. So they ended up just keeping her. She just wasn't breakable to that point. But yeah, you need to get one, I think.
You just look-
Marcel.
Marcel. There you go.
That's right, Marcel.
Marcel.
Hold on.
Oh,
Bless
God
you.
bless you.
Woo! I just was thinking about monkeys, I guess.
Yeah.
Got me sneezy. So what did the monkey do? Just ran around and
Yeah,
did
normal
it throw
things.
monkey stuff at you? Sometimes they do that.
She growled at you if she didn't like you.
They
Oh, yeah.
growl?
But she loved his mom. She'd climb on her. She'd sit on her shoulder all the time. Just actually treated her like that was her mother. She was pretty cool.
I think you should do this, Lauren.
Yeah.
This is
I
what you
wouldn't
need.
mind.
Having a monkey on your shoulder all the time? To someone to talk to?
Yeah, exactly.
It's because Eddie doesn't talk a lot.
No, he really doesn't.
I'm not being critical. It's just true.
We have out-of-town guests coming in, and I was making a grocery list and like meal planning last night, and I was like hunched over my laptop in the dark with like the glowing light of the laptop in my face, hunched over like typing away, talking to myself out loud, and Eddie's just sitting there quietly. Doesn't say a word.
Eddie.
I was basically just having a conversation with myself.
You need Sophie the monkey.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
Marcel,
Maybe-
one of the
but,
two.
Well, that wouldn't reply to me either, so.
Just don't get a chimp because you heard about what they do when they get older. That lady. Isn't there a story about some lady that had her face kind of like totally torn off or something?
Wow, I don't
think
like
they
By a
that.
can
chimp?
Aggressive, yeah.
Yeah,
They're
don't
strong.
get a chimp.
Okay, good to know.
Okay, we want to discuss a Spurgeon quote with you. Chuck Spurgeon, Charlie Spurgeon. So I'm going to lay this out there, and you will pontificate.
Okay.
Prepare yourselves. Always distinguish between seeking heaven and seeking God, between shunning hell and shunning sin. For any hypocrite will desire heaven and dread hell, but only the sincere hunger after righteousness. The thief would shun the person, but he would like to be once more at his theft. The murderer would escape the gallows, but he would readily have enough to have his hand on his dagger again. The desire to be happy, the wish to be at ease in conscience, these are poor things. The true and noble hunger of the soul is the desire to be right for righteousness' sake.
Yeah, I got this from, we're going through the Beatitudes at church, and one of our pastors shared this
Oh,
about, I forgot the Beatitude now.
well, this is, blessed are those who hunger
Yeah,
and thirst
for
after
thank you.
righteousness.
Yeah.
In fact, the NLT version of that has always intrigued me because it's translated just like some of the Spanish languages are.
Where they put the,
It's justice.
yeah.
Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for justice. Justicia, I believe, is the Spanish word.
Yes.
You're supposed to be impressed.
Great job.
Thanks. Thanks, Lauren. And then I had another pastor say that actually, to really translate that well in English, it would almost have to be a hyphenated word because it's not just, because for me, the word justice is a me and you thing.
Yeah.
But it's not just that. It's a me and you and a me and God thing. And so righteousness, justice, like a hyphenated word, would be probably a better one. Because I think the idea of hungering after righteousness is a bit abstract for people today. I don't think they
so.
know what that
Yeah.
means when they read it.
Yeah.
It's like hungering to be good.
Yeah.
Huh? Right? Isn't that kind of what that means?
Kind of, yeah.
So,
Wanting things to be right, to do things right, to do things well, the proper way.
so this is Spurgeon trying to explain what that means, to hunger and thirst after righteousness.
Yeah, and at the beginning, can you read like the first line
Yeah.
again?
Always distinguish between seeking heaven and seeking God, between shunning hell and shunning sin. For any hypocrite will desire heaven and dread hell, but only the sincere hunger after righteousness.
Yeah, so like what he's saying is to be a Christian just to want to go to heaven is not seeking righteousness or seeking God. You're actually just seeking heaven. You don't actually want a relationship with God. You don't want to be in right relationship with him and to be like you're just in a relationship with God so for the purpose of heaven rather than heaven just being kind of a nice add-on to your relationship with God. And I think we did a lot of damage, I don't know, at least in the 90s about scaring people from hell so much that that's all that they want is I just don't want to go to hell. Not necessarily I want to have a relationship with God.
Oh, yeah. No, we were driving to visit my daughter at Fort Benning in Georgia, and I almost took a picture of it. There was a couple of different... Yeah, I mean, essentially, there was a big billboard, hell is real.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
And what that creates is a conversion that's based on fear of hell.
Exactly.
Which Spurgeon is saying is not valuable.
Yeah, you're just seeking heaven, and you're trying to get away from hell. It's not necessarily you wanting God.
To what extent, though, do you...
righteousness.
So are you saying somebody who's scared into salvation is not saved? You're not saying that.
No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying our practices of just scaring people from hell is not actually having people seek righteousness, which is a beatitude.
And that even makes me think right away of there's a popular, not as much anymore, Halloween tradition among Christians.
What?
There's the Hell House,
Oh, yeah.
where it's like supposed to be a
Haunted house.
haunted house, but it's not haunted. It's like a story
just scary of hell.
some teenagers who are really bad. They're like drinking and
Yeah.
making out or something, and then in the next room they're in a
Hell
car
terror.
accident, and then next room they're in hell.
Yeah.
If you want to be like them, you better get saved quick.
Yeah, exactly.
And people would get, when we would talk about this in our old show, people get mad at us. It's like, no, we do that. It's good.
I don't think so. I think you make a generation of just scared Christians that don't actually care about God or care about righteousness or doing good. They just don't want to go to hell.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people use that technique too. If you're going to street evangelize, is what would you do if you died right now? Where are you going?
Yeah.
Now, I understand why they do that because it gets right to the heart of the matter.
Yeah.
But I think it creates the potential for that same problem, doesn't it? Where someone's making a decision because they don't want to go to hell, and it's like an insurance policy, for lack of a better thing, David.
It is. It is.
It's like, well, I don't want to go to hell, so
Right.
just in case, I'll
Yeah.
pray that prayer.
Yeah.
And life with Christ is so much more than just not being in hell.
A lot of people don't know that, though, I think.
Yeah.
Like, much of their faith journey is like heaven maintenance,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's like just making sure I'm still there.
Right. And I think so separation from God is hell. That's what hell is being separated from God. And heaven is a life with Christ. What hell is, okay, we can talk about like the fire, the eternal fire, and, Dante's Inferno and all those images we have of hell. But really what it is just you're separated from God. And that's hell in itself. To not be with the Creator, to not be the one you were supposed to be in relationship with is a living hell.
Mm-hmm. So somebody who was scared into salvation, or got to it because heaven sounds pretty great and they want a nice crown and a big mansion and to see their puppy again or whatever, they don't get it. Like, it's actually a really abstract thing to move from avoidance of hell as a means of salvation to desire to be right for righteousness' sake. So what does that even mean?
So what in that quote was the line about happiness? Can you go back to that for a second?
Yeah, the desire to be happy, the wish to be at ease in conscience, these are poor things. The true and noble hunger of the soul is the desire to be right for righteousness' sake.
I think that desire to be happy is a really key line in that quote. And we see that all the time. You know, happiness is an emotion. It's not a state of being. And we have a tendency as people to seek that over everything else. I'm not happy. I want to be happy. Why am I not happy? And I think people sometimes treat heaven in the same way. That's going to make me happy. Heaven's going to make me happy. And really, if you read the word, if you dive into like true Christian living, it's the state that you're seeking is contentment, not happiness. And that contentment comes through Christ. It comes through understanding who God is, what God's nature is, what that means for us here on earth and eternally. And I think if we replace, not that we don't want to be happy, we do, but we need to be content. And the way to get there is through who God is. And that gives us a better perspective on what heaven is.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to get there when we're always chasing that emotion of happiness or feeling good. And we see it all the time.
And I think people also inadvertently, even though they don't think works save you, they end up tripping and falling into a works righteousness deal
Yeah.
where it's like, well, I'm happy. I must have been doing the right things.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sad now. God must be mad at me. And that's just, it's terrible. But I think a lot of people slip into that. So how do you get yourself into the right spiritual frame of mind where you are truly seeking what to do what's right for the sake of righteousness, as Spurgeon says? Chucky here. Chuckster.
I don't know. I think you have to, like, actually dig deep into a relationship with God and not just believe in God so that you can go to heaven, but, like, actually get into the Word and find out what it means and do studies and be in a relationship with God.
Yeah, and I had a pastor, Pastor Doug, he's the best, still a friend of mine. The way he presented the gospel every Sunday was beautiful because I think it guided us towards this type of relationship with Christ. And so he would readily talk about some of his own terrible mistakes and sins. And then he would talk about grief over sin and then bring us to, and Christ died for that sin. A lot of people stopped there. But I could see him visually. I've mentioned it before. He had this tell where he would close his eyes and breathe in deep, like he was just totally accepting what Christ did for him. And then you could see in his face it would turn to joy. And he died for me anyway and rose again. And isn't this amazing that in spite of what I did, he died for me? And it creates a joy and a gratefulness that you're not doing the right thing so God's not mad at you. You're doing the right thing because you're so grateful for what he already has done.
Yeah.
And I think perhaps that's what gets somebody to this point of, like, you're doing the right thing because you love God so much.
Yeah.
Not because you're trying to please him. He's already pleased.
He's already pleased by you.
He's not mad at you.
Yeah.
He loves you very much, so much he died for you. So just get out there and, love him and be in relationship with him.
He doesn't hate you. He's not always trying to punish you. He's not. Yeah, he loves you. He's already pleased with you. You are made in his image. Like, if you think about, my kids look very different from each other, but each one looks like my husband, one looks like me. And if you think about, like, that's what being made in God's image looks like. My son Ellis looks pretty much just like me.
It's wild, actually.
Yeah, he looks just like me. I love him. I adore him. I am pleased with him. I don't hate him. I didn't decide to have children so that I could hate them. I'm so pleased by him, even if he does do wrong things. He's my child. Yeah. And it's the same for God.
And isn't that amazing how that word picture is in Scripture?
But we don't get it.
We don't somehow have the transference of our actual relationship with kids or our parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, for some people, I think it's a consequence of abusive or dysfunctional families.
Yes, yeah.
As they get a wrong view of God the Father in particular.
Yeah.
But, like, if you think of it from a mother's perspective with her child, that's how God views us. Mm-hmm. Even though it's going to scare somebody because I said mother.
How dare God have feminine qualities.
He has both qualities.
He does.
He does, because we're made in his image,
That's right.
male and female. He created them,
Yeah.
both. See?
Yes.
I just quoted the Bible.
I know.
Thanks. Any other final thoughts on Chucky Spurgeon,
It's good.
the Spurge?
I think it's a good reminder, too, just to keep the cross in focus.
Yeah.
We get lost in our own failures, but God already knew we were going to sin.
Yep.
He already knew we were going to make mistakes. And if we were able to live perfect lives, there wouldn't be a need for what Jesus did for us.
That's right.
And so I think keeping our eyes on that, like, how were we made righteous? We can't earn our way to heaven. Jesus did that work for us, the work on the cross. And, keeping our perspective on that brings us that contentment. Like you said, it brings us that focus on, the Word of God and Christian living and how we go through the highs and lows of life. Mm-hmm. And it also gives us that foundational understanding that makes heaven what it is. When I hear our pastor, Nick Gatsky, talk about heaven, recently he taught on it, it sounds incredible. Mm-hmm. And it is, no doubt. But for me, the thing that I'm looking forward to the most is being in the company of God. Mm-hmm. That is incredible. That is the reward of heaven. So,
yeah,
just keeping our mind on that and trying to stay focused on the work of the cross and what that actually means.
And that's fertile soil then for spiritual maturity and the humility that has to go hand in hand with it.
Without question.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. Thank you, David Mullane. Again,
Yay.
David Mullane from Yost Insurance with us. Before we get to talking a little bit about Medicare today, I'm not going to forget, in the correct order,
Please do.
to make sure we thank our sponsors.
Yes.
Special thanks to the Christian Children's Home of Ohio. We love them. They were our first sponsor on the show, and they've been a faithful partner here for a couple of months. And they do an incredible work. They're in Worcester. They have this huge campus where they help kids who've experienced deep trauma in their lives, who need residential care and trauma-informed therapy. I love to bring up they have equine therapy because it's so awesome. I love equine therapy. And the kids get not only wonderful care there, but they hear the gospel. So if you want to learn more about the great work of the Christian Children's Home of Ohio, just go to ccho.org, ccho.org. Thank you to them for sponsoring the show. Also, you may or may not know this, but I have a brand new morning show. Woo-hoo! Monday, August 25th. Monday, August 25th will be the first day, and it's going to be on the Uplifted stream, which is an online radio station from our friends at KHCB in Houston. They have a radio network and an online stream called Uplifted, and I'll be doing a 2-hour morning show where it's a lot of music, but also me getting in there and talking about, my donkey, and they really want me to. It's kind of, I was walking by him yesterday, and I was like, you're kind of my mascot, buddy.
He is.
He's so sweet.
That could be your logo for the show.
The Doll and Donkeys.
Yeah, I should think about that.
Yeah.
Well, and also talk about scripture and stuff and family and all those kind of things. Hope you have you join us. It's from 6 to 8 Central, 7 to 9 Eastern.
Yes.
Got it right this time. For more
You keep
information,
looking at me. It's not my job, so I can't keep track of that job.
you know
for
more than me in a lot of areas,
I haven't been on those emails. That's literally your job,
but sometimes you know more about my job than me.
which is a lot.
KHCB app is where you can find out more, or go to uplifted.life, uplifted.life. Do your finances ever feel overwhelming?
Yep.
David's probably don't. He's in insurance.
No, they do.
Really? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, if you ever want someone you trust to help you with your future, go no further than David Safransky, president and founder of Edgewater Investment Group, who is his organization sponsoring today's episode. They're not about hype and high pressure.
Yeah,
They're not about high pressure.
He's all about hype.
But they are reliable, they're steady, and they're about budgeting, investing, retirement, all the things you would ever need. They're a sponsor of the Third Place. For more information about how to plan for your future financially, go to edgewaterig.com, edgewaterig.com. And JLP CPAs are one of our sponsors. We're grateful for JLP CPAs. It's a local accounting firm located in the Hudson area of Northeast Ohio. And if you're a small business owner, they specialize in your stuff. So they're like helping everybody with payroll and taxes, financial reporting, balance sheets.
When I heard that they do payroll for companies, that sounds amazing.
I know. It's
That's
great.
really nice.
I mean, they also do end of year tax stuff, but they're bread and butter, as you say in the biz. Don't you say that?
I don't think I do.
No. That's what I would say if I was in the biz, is helping small businesses. For more information about how to get a hold of this local Northeast Ohio accounting firm, go to jlpcpas.com, jlpcpas.com. And don't forget us.
Yes, if you like the show, be sure to rate, review, and subscribe on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen. That helps other people find us, and it's just like kind of nice. So to have better reviews. And if you love the show, follow us on Patreon. Become a patron on Patreon. Patreon.com/The Third Place Podcast. $5, $10, $15 tiers. Each month you get the Moron Moment. You get blogs from Daria, videos from Daria. You get Pause for Prayer with Cindy Farini each week. We've got some other bonus content you can get there as well, like ad-free episodes and the cold opens from every single episode.
Which are always very entertaining.
Yes, they are.
Because how would you describe my activity before the show starts? David's already laughing.
Man.
What you called it something. I'm
Fiddling around.
Fiddling
putzing
around.
Yeah.
Putzing, yeah. A lot of putzing.
What was
Yes.
the word you used? It was a good word.
Yeah, it wasn't either of those. Dilly-dallying.
Yeah, you do dilly-dally a lot.
I thought it started with an M.
Meandering.
Meandering?
He does all those.
Meandering?
Yesterday,
Meddling.
he left twice. Before, like, our guest was here, he left twice.
I needed water. I had to go to the bathroom.
Was it lollygagging? Did you say lollygagging?
Yeah, I do say
Yeah.
lollygagging a
Yeah.
lot.
Podcast hosts go to the bathroom, you know.
Yeah, but
It's not like in the cartoons.
like
where
they were
never
already
go.
here. We'd been talking for a while, and you had left twice before we even could begin.
Well, and also, like, you are on your throne, which is very nice.
Yeah.
You're very relaxed.
Yeah.
And you get the benefit of being kind of the princess of the show, where you just
Okay.
get to sit there. And I have to do all the...
Oh, really? You schedule our guests.
No,
and
no,
you
I-
email
during
with our
the- the re-
guests,
no,
and you make our run
recording
sheets,
the show.
and you have
I'm not saying you don't do it. I say during the recording time.
Right.
It's different. Be
I
honest.
do all the stuff to prepare you. To be
You
able to
do.
push the
You're
buttons.
amazing at those things. But then we get here and I'm all boop, 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 and that's like not my specialty.
Yeah.
So
it
I
is now.
struggle a little bit.
Are we going to have a define the relationship conversation here?
She does a lot. No, I've never doubted that you do a lot. Don't you dare, Lauren Cuevas.
Well, I'm just saying you've said it twice already
Maiden
today.
name Downey.
Yeah.
You're in trouble.
Not.
You are in trouble. Because
No,
I know you do a lot.
I'm
and
the
I
CEO of
say
this
it.
business.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, David Mullane is here again, Vice President of Yost Insurance, and you all are Medicare insurance, and you say you want to kick the tires today a little bit on what might be coming.
Yeah, I thought
That's
it'd
what people who do mechanics do when they're just checking everything out.
Oh, they kick them to see if they're working? Okay.
Yeah, I kick the tires.
Oh, all right.
Not with my hand, though.
I heard you're like an expert now on like tread depth too. I heard.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm doing my studying for my CDL permit here in Ohio.
Getting back into fractions and
Yeah, if you want to get the proper, you have to have no less than 430 seconds tread depth on the drive tires on a commercial vehicle.
and I was struggling earlier when you brought that up because to me that would be 1/8, like reducing fractions.
Oh, David,
I'm
we don't do fractions.
Yeah, I'm
here.
just mad that fractions are involved at all. I don't know why I have
Brian,
to know
there's a
that.
There should be
bug.
an app for that, right?
There should be.
Brian, there's a bug crawling around. It's one with a lot of legs. Can you get it,
It's not a
please?
tarantula, is it?
No, not a tarantula. It's one of the scary
I'm
ones with
stuck
lots of
behind
legs.
here. Where is it?
It's over there.
David, help me.
I don't see it.
I don't see it.
It blends in with the There it is. Get it. Hurry.
It's coming
Get
for
it,
Lauren.
David.
It's coming for Lauren.
Stamp on this thing on
Yeah, go ahead. It's fine. We'll clean up later. Thank
Get
you.
it? David Mullane, Yost Insurance.
No, permanent part of my shoe.
Oh, no. This is going to fall.
No, it's not going to fall. He's getting it all adjusted.
Martin Luther over here.
Martin, get in line.
We're back.
Okay,
Thank
and
you.
we're back.
I didn't want it crawling at my leg.
I remember there was a Moody radio show once that was a national show, and right in the middle of it, you hear the host go, "I have to stop. There's a spider on the table!" Ah! And somebody came and smashed it.
I'm okay with spiders. It's those ones that are like long and have lots of legs.
They probably are good for us in here. They're probably eating the other bugs.
I'm okay with the other bugs. Those ones are scary.
If we only had a show chameleon that could
Exactly.
you could just hold, and it would protect you from all the bugs,
Put it down on the ground.
and it would be like,
That's quite a callback you just did there.
"Thank you, thank you." That's why I do this part,
Yes, exactly.
not the boop, boop, boop. Okay, kick the tires for us. What's coming for Medicare?
I thought it'd be fun since you have this new show format and we haven't been together in a while to just talk about why Medicare is so weird.
Yeah,
It is
dude.
weird.
Nobody gets it. Everyone's stressed about it. I mean, as in people get it, they're allowed to enroll in it, but no one understands it, I guess is a better way to say it.
Yeah.
And I've watched my parents and their friends get enrolled, and I feel like I should be able to enroll now, but I have to wait till I'm 67 or whatever. Why is it weird?
Well, I mean, an easy place to start is because it's in the hands of the government.
Yeah.
And so, well-intentioned, yes, but super complicated, yes. And so when you take healthcare, we've all been on healthcare our entire working lives. We typically get that through an employer, or we get that ourselves. And depending on your situation, like if you work for a large company or you're part of a union group, your benefits might only change every 3 or 4 years. Maybe if you're on, self-insured benefits or a smaller company, your benefits might change annually. But in Medicare, they change every year, or potentially every year.
They will change every year. That's like almost a guarantee they're going to change.
Of late, the prescription portion of no matter what coverage you have is likely going to have change.
Oof.
Wow.
Every
That's frustrating.
January. Yeah. And that's because it's political.
Yeah.
And everybody's seen the news. They've seen the talking points. Yeah. Medicare is an entitlement program, and it's a political football. And so there's a lot of misinformation from both parties. There's a lot of talking points. And then there's a lot of infighting, because how do you keep that solvent? Like with the money that we contribute through payroll, how do we continue to fund that program to take care of all these people that are retiring? And so you have Washington, D.C. actively involved in your health care when you're a Medicare recipient. And so with that comes all of that dialogue, all of those politics, and wholesale changes when legislation's passed. And we can talk about some of those bills, but that's a really important thing to be aware of, that you are transitioning from private insurance or insurance through an employer into the hands of the government's insurance program when you go on Medicare.
And a lot of people end up needing to get supplementary insurance, right? Which is what you help with.
Yeah, you absolutely have to. So the core pieces that the government provides are Medicare Part A and Part B. And they call that Original Medicare. And the other weird thing about Medicare is in our working years, we were on plans that were for families most of the time. Mm-hmm. Like my wife and I and our son, we're all on one plan.
Yep.
It's a family plan. We have family deductibles, family out of pocket. Medicare is all for the individual. There's not a family plan when you reach Medicare age. So
So would a couple have to, they each get their own Medicare plan?
They do.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's so weird.
And sometimes they're on the same, sometimes they're on completely different plans with completely different carriers.
I suppose it depends on what health conditions they have or don't have or whatever.
It really does. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, so Original Medicare is that core piece. And again, it's in the hands of the government. Part A is hospital insurance. It's basically covering confinement costs at the hospital. So it pays, let's call it the room and board portion of your hospital stay. It covers some aspects of skilled nursing, like in a rehabilitation setting more than anything, some aspects of hospice, but it doesn't pay doctors' bills. That's Medicare Part B, is more like your medical insurance, office visits, specialist visits, physical therapy, occupational therapy, surgeries, etc. But neither of those pieces has an out-of-pocket limit. They all have a fee structure and out-of-pocket expenses that I don't want to get into because it's a lot of numbers.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Close one.
Yeah.
4:30 seconds, Lauren.
Right.
Tread depth.
Yes.
He's like,
that's
why
it
not
for numbers.
1/8?
Yeah, but they don't have out-of-pocket limits. So if you only have those two pieces and you have a really tragic health year, you're paying your share to infinity.
Oh, gosh.
So that is a
usually
weird
at older
piece.
ages, there's very expensive things you have to do medically.
There is. And it's usually things that we don't think about. We don't think about the cost of Part B medications, chemotherapy, dialysis, immunotherapy.
Well, even my parents have just reached the age where they need to tune up on all the tendons and joints.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like my mom just
Hip
went in
replacements?
for some sort of knee arthroscopic, some kind of scopic procedure.
Yep.
And they're on Medicare, so it's complicated. I wish there was. I mean, the whole insurance industry is a disaster. As I'm between employers, it's just, it's frustrating. Where there is a level at which you would presume that it's just something society ought to be valuing as important for everyone to have basic health care in their lives, but I feel like it's become so complex and expensive.
Yeah.
Like my oldest son has epilepsy. And I found out in this transition that the medication he has, because before he was on this medication, that you had to take like 16 pills a day,
Oh, goodness.
but they made a slow release version. Well, that's cool. So now he's only taking like 6 a day or whatever. Cool. If I wanted to pay cash value for that for a 90-day supply, $6,000. $6,000.
For 90 days.
I know somebody spent a lot of money on R&D for that or whatever, but goodness gracious, how can average people do this? It's crazy. And so when you get to retirement age too, you're on a fixed income. You're no longer earning.
Yes.
So from there, I bet people get a lot of stress.
They do, and that's where they really have to make good and informed decisions, right? And some things that we have to do when we're of Medicare age. And first of all, it is a very weird system. It's very complicated. However, for most people, it's a tremendous relief when they get on Medicare. It does work really well for the most part in terms of keeping people's health care affordable. Most of our clients are on a fixed income, so there are decisions that we have to make every year. We have to think that through carefully. But compared to that gap insurance that you might need between retirement and Medicare, when most people come to meet with us to go on Medicare, it's a joyful day. They're going to save money most of the time on their premium and their out-of-pocket cost. So it is working, but the complication is where you really need to connect with somebody local. I always say this, like, when you are any age, really, some of the most important decisions that you make in your life center around your health care, your finances, and where you live, your home, right? We would never call a random 1-800 number to get a doctor's opinion on a medical condition.
Right.
No one would do that. At least I hope not many people would do that.
Please don't.
You know, we wouldn't call typically a random 1-800 number to get financial advice. Hopefully, we would call somebody like Dave, who has a presence, who has a reputation, who has a location, maybe in the same state or at least country that I'm in. But we see that all the time in Medicare. We have people that they want the easy way out. They think that we charge for our services as agents, which we don't. We're not allowed. So when you come to us, it's no cost. Any local agent for Medicare insurance plans, they can't charge you. They're paid by the carriers. And for most plans, they're paid the same exact commission no matter what plan they put you on because it's regulated by the government and it's set by state.
So they're not motivated to give you the expensive plan.
Exactly.
And I know people are often scared to go to an expert. Like at first, I think you were like, I can't go to a CPA for taxes because you're like, they're going to charge $1 million. But they're actually really affordable when you compare the cost of even getting your own software. So that's, I think, a comforting thing for people to know that you're not going to walk in and David's not punching a clock like a lawyer or something. We like lawyers too, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's
I mean,
helpful.
I did the same with my own like personal insurance for like home and auto. I have an individual agent and not going just through big name Progressive, whatever. I go through a local agent. And they're not charging me. The carrier's charging them to help, but it helps me because I just have my one guy that I talk to.
Yeah, and it's a relationship, right?
Yes.
You know, if you
Call my guy Steve.
Yeah. If you have a home insurance issue, wouldn't you rather talk to somebody who knows you than somebody in a call center halfway across the world? And you know, it's the same in Medicare. I always say this when I'm just talking in settings like this or in educational events to the public. If you go to a meeting about your Medicare insurance benefits and you feel like you were sold something, you talk to the wrong person. Like, you have to pick a plan. You're filling out your application as the member, no matter who you meet with. It's your application. We're not selling you anything. Our job is to teach you, and hopefully whoever you talk to is teaching you about all the parts of Medicare, how the government program works, how we're going to maintain communication to keep you apprised of the changes throughout your entire retired life. If you feel like you're being sold or pressured, or they're saying, hey, if you don't do this, there's penalties that are out there, you really need to go to talk to somebody who doesn't treat you that way and who wants to care for you at the time of enrollment and every single day after that. So that's my advice. If you feel like you're being sold, you are, and that person's integrity is not for you. They're not there for you. They're there for themselves. Go sit down with somebody or call. There are good hotlines. That's why I said random hotlines. There are 800 number entities that do a fantastic job in this space. For me, my loved ones, I still want them to go talk to somebody local.
Oh, for sure.
you know.
And if they're interested in that, you've piqued their interest. Yost Insurance is a wonderful option. How do people get connected to you if they want to make an appointment?
So they can come to our website, yostinsurance.com. I also work with another entity in Ohio, tlcinsuranceGroup.com. If you come to either of those websites, we can connect you, especially here in Ohio, with a live agent anywhere in the state of Ohio. And just something to keep in mind as we enter into the fall season. I know we'll be back. We can talk more about this. There are potentially changes to the Part D premium of Medicare on the horizon due to the Inflation Reduction Act, which I know we talked about last year on the show. We don't know what that's going to look like for January 1. And a lot of people that are on Medicare, they don't like to shop insurance every year, but you absolutely have to review it every single year. The last thing I want for anybody that tunes in to the third place is for January 1 to come along. You didn't talk to someone, and your most expensive drug is now no longer covered by that plan.
Can you imagine?
Because there's limited changes that we can make at that point, if any, depending on your circumstances. So please connect with somebody this fall. You might not have to change, but get that honest opinion, right?
Yeah. No, it's totally worth it. And you said Part D may have some changes coming in premiums?
So the Inflation Reduction Act, it went into full effect last year with this cap on out-of-pocket expenses for medications. It limited it at $2,000. Well, that was kind of an unfunded mandate. So the bill passed, but there was no funding to back that up for the companies. And so everybody went, oh, shoot. Mm-hmm. And we started to see the trend of potential big premium increases. And in August last year, the government swooped in and bought down temporarily those increases due to the Inflation Reduction Act. We don't know if that buy down
Will still happen.
or that investment of the government is going to happen this year.
Yeah.
Wow.
We hope it does.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't, our clients are going to have premium increases.
Yeah.
As is everybody that either has a Medicare Advantage plan with prescription coverage or a standalone prescription plan. And you brought up earlier fixed income. The most important thing about being on fixed income is information. A local agent can give you an estimate of what your pharmacy cost should be for all of 2026 if you meet with them during the annual enrollment period.
Super important. Again, our friend David Mullane has been with us, Vice President of Yost Insurance. And get people connected one more time to the websites.
Yeah, come to yostinsurance.com. We would love to get you connected with an agent in your area. And most importantly, make sure you're well taken care of.
And before we say goodbye, we're always looking for sponsors, Lauren.
Yeah, you can go to stainedglass-media.com and you can go to our sponsorship page, find out the different tiers. We'd love to have you be a sponsor of this podcast. Get your name on the podcast.
And just check out the website in general, and you can even see where our web designer is at the little bottom there. And his name is Jonah Swenson. He's fantastic. He could design your website too. Thanks, Jonah, for what you did for us. And thank you for listening to the Third Place podcast. That does it for today.